Okay, for this project, two views are given, two orthographic views, the front view and side view, which shows the thickness of 0.25. And this plate has several equal distance, same size holes. And as you notice, there are 8x times diameter of 40, which is there are 8 places with diameter of 40 that are equally spaced. So we will create this model first, then we will add dimensions. To create the model, we have a new tools we will apply here. When we have repetition like this, which we have several holes with the same size and some equal distances, we can use the pattern tool in Inventor. So we have two types of pattern. We have circular and also we have rectangle. In this case, we will apply rectangle patterns. Let's begin the model with accessing the Inventor with new file. We can start this new drawing, new part with the default settings on English standard, and then start your sketch on XY plane. We can select this rectangle option. 2-point center would be feasible in this case. We can select the origin as a center and define a point on upper right corner, and then add dimensions as indicated, 7 units, in this case 7 inches by 4. At this point, you can add the fillets if you like, or you can add the fillets in model. It's not too complicated to add the fillets here. We can do that by adding the fillets, setting the 0.5 as radius, and selecting the corners, each lines, to add the fillets to the corners. So between arcs between two lines easily can be created with the fillets. Now we have that sketch. I'm going to just finish the sketch at this point and extrude 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch is the thickness in this case, the height of the extrude. Select the front face as a work plane and then start new sketch. I'm going to do the middle part first by drawing 3 circles starting from the origin, selecting the next to the right, another circle, 1 to the left, 1 more. We have 3 circles in this fashion. We do have relations between each one. First, we add 1 dimension to the size of the circle is 1.25 is the radius of that arc, which in this case we have a circle, so we need to double that. That would be 2.25 as a diameter. We add equal relations between these 3 circles. Next, we add the location dimension, selecting the center to center, and that is given 1.75. And it's true also for the left side, 1.75. So up to this point, there is not much new. You have done all this type of work before, and we need to fully constrain this first. And at this point, I see that some dimensions are still needed. We need to have relations as horizontal relations here between the origin and center of each circle. So now, as you see, they turn blue and they're fully constrained. Finish the sketch, and we can trim this one if you want to make your work a little bit easier, or you can just leave it the same way and then finish the sketch. But remember, you have to select each region individually to extrude. So extrude cut through all. So this is the part that you are going to create as a new feature, but using the circle tool first. I will use hole or circle. In this case, I'm going to use the circle. On this sketch, on this face is a new sketch. Create a circle. The circle is going to be on this upper left corner. Add in the diameter of 0.4 as size of that circle. Of course, I don't have a location. In this case, we make those to be concentric. We do have relation that shows 0.5 each direction, which because this is also 0.5, that would be the same center. You can either have dimension, horizontal and vertical dimensions, or simply select the concentric relations between arc and circle that would be constrained to that exact location, which is, as you see, 0.5 is the radius, so the distance would be 0.5 in both directions. Once we have that, we extrude this circle to become a hole, and that would be cut through all. Now, this is the part that is new. Probably you haven't used the circular or rectangle pattern. We have two tools here, actually three options for patterns. We have patterns with this one, which goes with the drive, and also we have circular pattern, and we do have rectangle patterns. I'm going to select the rectangle patterns. This is the only time we use this one is when you have equal size when equal distances. And now we have two choices here. We have direction 1 and direction 2. The first choice is select object, which we will need to select our extrude to be our selections. After we select that, we're going to give the directions. The direction, in this case, direction 1, I'm going to make the horizontal by selecting this edge of this piece, this model. So what you're defining the linear line, so to speak, to go into that direction. So right now, the arrow pointing to the left, and I need to change to the right by selecting the flip option here, changing the direction to. And let's do the number here. We have 2, we need to change to 4. Let's see if we can see any preview here right now. As you see, the preview is going to the left side. I'm going to select this again one more time, see if I can change the direction. As you see now, direction moved, the arrow shows on the right side, which is correct. Now, the only thing I don't have yet is this distance. I have 4 items, 4 circles, and distance here is the tab, the window that under number shows 1. In our case, is going to be 2. And now we can have this one apply. Or you could do another option here to go in this direction, but it's much easier to finish the horizontal right now rather than go in direction 2. I'm going to accept that and then come back, repeat this one more time. This time I'm going to select my last pattern, rectangle pattern, as a selection, and I'm going to say I want to have this on vertical direction. The only thing is that you have to be careful that when you're picking this direction, select the tab and then pick the edge. Select direction tab and select the edge, not select the face. Select it. You see this red line appears, then left click, and that gives you identical row based on this unit that I have here, 1, and number I have is 2, which is 2 is correct, but this spacing is not. So I need to change the spacing from 1 to 3. And then apply. So that is the new command that I would like you to apply for this one. You can create the circle individually, but it would be extra work, and you're not taking advantage of the automated process which Inventor provides us. So that is it completed, and then the rest of the information is given on the canvas. You need to add accordingly the material and other information to complete the assignment. I'm going to finish this one here by saving, and then you have this one called block base. You just save your drawing. I do have already saved ones, and so you make sure to save your work, and we will add dimensions on the next video.